I don't have a spray tan, so I did that off camera, but I went ahead and prepped my skin with the Moisture, the Skin Barrier Cream. So I'm going to click on this so that you guys can see what it is. This is the Hydrate and Repair Skin Barrier Cream. This has become one of my favorite moisturizers recently. I got to try this before it came out, which I was so lucky to be able to have the opportunity. And basically, this moisturizer contains so much shea butter. It's super moisturizing. It's going to give your skin a really nice plumpness to it. And it also helps to diminish the appearance of wrinkles as well. It helps for dry skin. My skin gets so dry, especially around my cheeks. And then I've also been using this as a hand cream as well because I tend to get really bad, almost like rosacea eczema-iness around like my wrists, I think just from washing my hands so much. But I really love this product. Someone asked if it's good to use on clients before makeup. Yes, I love using this to prep my clients in before makeup because I don't know why. I've just always been drawn towards skincare products from makeup companies whenever I'm doing makeup on my clients, just because I know that I can trust them to not pill underneath makeup. They're going to look good. They're going to help the makeup to last longer, everything like that. So, I think people can hear me. I saw something about unmute, but I think everything should be good now. So hopefully it's all good. But anyway, I prepped my skin with this and then I just applied foundation. And usually whenever I apply foundation, I just go in and apply it with the Beauty Blender. So I'm just going to go ahead and press this out one more time before I go in with all of the other products and really get into this tutorial. I'd love to know if you guys joined the last live that we did as well, or is this your first time watching a live on here? Comment below which one it is. Okay. Oh, we have a lot of first timers. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so excited. So the next product I'm going to use is one of the concealers, and I'm going to go back on this homepage so that you guys can see where it is on the website. So we're just going to go to concealer. And there are two different concealers. There's the high coverage concealer pen and the high coverage liquid concealer. I'm going to start off by using the pen. I'll definitely use both, but this is what I'm going to start off by using. I love that you just press the bottom and it comes up. So the difference between these two, I like using them both always whenever I do makeup. I just use them for different things. So I always start with the pen and I use this to spot conceal. So I tend to get really bad acne and discoloration around my chin. So I'm just going to apply a little bit to those areas. And then I get really bad redness around my nose as well. So these are the areas that I'm going to apply this one. This is also really great for my clients with dark spots or just any discoloration or acne, anything like that. I love to spot conceal with these. Most of the time I'll do this before I apply foundation, but I just wanted to show you guys on camera so you could see. These are really great too for, I feel like underpainting is super popular right now on TikTok. And that's basically where you're applying your cream contour, your concealer before your foundation. And the whole point in doing that is so that you're using less products. We're going to click on this product so you guys can see. And also, if you guys are interested in checking out any of these products, make sure you click the want button that's on your screen and then you can check them out at the very end of the session. But love the shade range. They really killed it with that. And also I love that these concealers are at a really affordable price as well. Someone was asking if I use my Beauty Blender wet or dry. I always use it wet. Me and one of my clients, we got into this conversation recently because I was doing her makeup and she was like, oh my God, your Beauty Blender is so soft. And I was like, oh, like, I was confused. I was like, it can't be any softer than yours. Like, are you using the actual Beauty Blender brand? Like, which one are you using? She was like, yeah, I have this exact same one. And she was like, yours is also so big. She's like, I'm so confused. And I was like, do you get yours wet? She was like, I've never done that. I'm like, oh my God, girl, get your Beauty Blender wet. It is going to change the game for you. Seriously. Someone said that they use the concealer pen as their foundation. Basically, I love doing that. Honestly, I don't wear makeup whenever I go to my clients. I just put some clear brow gel in and then apply the concealer pen because it lasts all day and stays in place. And I love doing that. Someone's asking what shade I'm using. This is in the shade Custard. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the liquid concealer. So I'm going to go back over here and show you guys where you can find that one as well. I love that these are high coverage as well because you really don't have to use much of the product. And you'll see that whenever I apply this to myself as well. I do feel like custard is a little too dark for my under eyes at the moment, but I am so bad about always using my tan shades all year round. I don't know why, and I need to get over that because I'm a makeup artist and people are looking at like my shade matching skills and everything like that. But I just love having a nice little tan and a nice little glow. But honestly, this is working very well with what shade I am right now. So I'm just blending that out underneath my eyes, and you can see how much of a difference that made already. And I really didn't use much of the product at all. Oh, someone said that they use it as contour as well. I love that. Honestly, I could probably do that if I'm like using my really, really tan summer shade as well, compared to whenever I'm pale. And then I'm just going to apply a little dot to the ends of my eye as well. And this is just going to help to really lift your eyes, which is so nice. Someone was asking what I recommend for creasing. I really recommend just setting your makeup properly. I feel like that's the biggest thing, and I'll show you guys how to do that here in a second as well after we're done applying our concealer. I always like to apply all of my cream and liquid products before I go in with any powder whatsoever. So I'm almost done with this. Oh, you guys get a nice little close-up too. And also, if you guys want to see any of the products that I've shown previously, like the first concealer, anything like that, you can click the t-shirt button down below and that will show you everything that I've used throughout this live if you're just joining in, or if you missed something or want to go back to any of the products, anything like that. So now that we have our concealer on, I'm going to go in with the cream blush. So I'm going to go back on the screen and show you guys where this is as well. Also, Jouer is so amazing, and they're offering you guys a 20% off coupon at the end of this live as well if you just use the code CLOUDSKIN. Oops. Give me a second. The little coupon code's like in the way. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we are going to use our blush, the Blush and Bloom Cheek Duo. Someone said that they're in their 60s. Do you prefer the liquid or the pen? Honestly, you could get away with both. I feel like I would most likely use the liquid just because I feel like the liquid, you can move a little bit more. It's a little bit more creamy. Like the pen is so amazing, and like you could definitely get away with both. But I feel like I personally would use the liquid on one of my more mature clients. Let's see. So now we're going to go in with the blush. I love that these are double-sided. So we have two different shades, as you guys can see, and they're both so beautiful. This one's a little lighter, so I'm going to use this one first. Let's do a little pull also, though. Why not? I am going to see... Oh, oops. Hold on. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm going to use this now, and I'm just going to apply it directly on my cheek. Someone's asking the shade name. I'm using the shade Promise Me. So I'm going to apply this directly on my cheek, as you can see. And I always start with a little bit of product and then build up. I feel like I see so many people on TikTok and stuff be like, I'm having issues with creams, like they're not blending right, I'm having them look muddy and just having little problems. And I feel like the biggest tip that I can give you guys would to be just apply light layers and build up. There's no need to go in with a huge swipe of product in the beginning and then try and add more, because it's just going to look cakey. It's going to have too much, you're going to have too much product. So I always like to just apply light layers, blend it all out completely, and then you can always add more, but it's really hard to take away once you have the product on there. So I really love this shade for me. It's so good. And then sometimes too, if you want an even lighter, more natural look, I will take my brush directly on the product and go in that way. And I feel like sometimes that gives you an even better blend. And then depending on the day, sometimes I like to blend with my fingers. Sometimes I like to blend with my beauty blender. I do feel like my fingers really just help to melt the product into the skin a little bit more sometimes. And it's so funny. So many of my friends they're always like, oh my God, like, don't watch me do my makeup. You would have a panic attack. Like, I use my fingers, I do this, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, I love using my fingers whenever I do my makeup. I feel like your fingers are one of the best tools. Some people are asking what brushes I use. Honestly, I use so many brushes. It kind of just depends on myself. I'm not gonna lie. I use just like whatever I get sent in the mail that aren't the best products or whatever. Like, I'm not super picky about myself whatsoever. My clients, I'm very particular about the brushes that I use. Sometimes I use MAC brushes. I use Bdellium tools. I love the Morphe Ariel brushes. It really just depends on my vibe though. I have so many brushes though. It's like kind of insane. I actually want to count how many brushes I have. I feel like that would be so interesting, and I think you guys would be sick over the number, which is so funny. I'd love to know, comment down below, do you guys mainly use creams or powders in your routine? I always find that really interesting to see what people's vibes are. Someone's asking, they missed the beginning of this video where we showed the concealer pen. Is there a way to see this? You can see all of the products that I used if you click the t-shirt button down below. Ooh, we have like a very mixed answer. Some people are saying that they mainly use powders. Some people are saying they mainly use creams. Some people are saying they use both. I usually use both. I always like to start with creams and liquids and then go in with powders. And the reason for that is I love the dewy and the glowiness of the cream, but I love the longevity of a powder. Someone said I love setting my blush with a different shade of powder blush. Yes, I love doing stuff like that too. I really love doing a powder blush. Well, actually, I always start with a cream blush, and then I go in with a powder blush, and then I go in with a cream blush again on top because that's going to give that glowiness. Someone said, okay, people are saying like the same thing as me. We love that. So now let's go to our next product that I'm going to show you guys. We're going to use powder. We love that it has that little Allure sticker, such a slay. So this is the Hydrating Set Powder. I really love this powder. I'm just using the shade Translucent. I get so distracted because I want to read all of your comments, and as soon as I start reading the comments, all my thoughts go away. But I really love this. As you can see on here, it says that it's a demi-matte formula that hydrates, smooths, and blurs, and all of that is so true. These are so amazing, and I also just love the compact. Like, it's so rich and so luxurious, and the packaging is just so pretty. So I am actually going to apply this. I feel like the biggest key to that cloud makeup that we're achieving today is to apply it using a puff. And I've actually always done this on my clients, but I just started doing it on myself. I feel like I always give my clients the most love, and then I do my own makeup in like 5 to 10 minutes. It's so fast. Oh, someone just said they love this powder and it doesn't look like a powder. I fully agree with that. And that's why I love this one so much too, because it never looks cakey. It never looks dry. I feel like too, sometimes, as a makeup artist, I'm constantly touching up my clients throughout the day on set. And so over time, whenever you're on set all day and there's harsh lights, they just get oily. So you're constantly applying powder and powder and powder. And I've had so many issues in the past where I've done that, and like by the end of the day, it's just looking scary. It's looking rough. They're looking dry. They're looking cakey. It just like settles in any fine lines or anything. But I never feel like I have that issue with this. So it's really great. Makeup artists, I really, really suggest this powder for in your kit. Dropping things. Okay, so yes, also talc free, which is so major because I have the wateriest eyes ever. And I feel like every time I don't use a talc-free product, my eyes just go crazy. So before I apply this, I'm just going to go back in with my Beauty Blender, make sure that there's no creasing or anything. This is definitely key to any look, I feel like, too. Sometimes, like, whenever creams and stuff are sitting on the skin, they just crease. Like, as you can see, that concealer creased in my eye, and it's, like, nothing against the product. It's just that it hasn't been set yet. So you always just got to go back in and blend it out before. So I'm just going to go in, pick up a little bit of the product, and then I usually just like pat off a little bit onto the back of my hand just so I don't have too much. And then it's so hard for me to talk and do my under eyes always, but I'm just going to go in and press this under the eye until it's just like melted in and looking beautiful and seamless. And then I usually take a little bit of this powder as well and set the entire foundation. Someone said, I think there's a translucent shade. Yes, I'm using the translucent shade right now. I also have the medium sitting here too, which I'll use whenever I have a fresh spray tan. I'll show you guys what that shade looks like as well, just so you can see. So this is the translucent, this is the medium, just so you can see. And then usually whenever I'm like this shade, if I'm not using the translucent, I'll use the light. But it kind of just depends on my mood. I have all of them in my kit. I actually depotted them all. And so they're in a palette, which is just so nice and handy. And then I usually carry around a few extras of these. So like if my client is going on a carpet and I can't be with them or anything like that, I'll just give them these and then they can touch themselves up as well. I know it's hard to see on a camera sometimes, like the details and stuff, but my makeup looks so smooth. Like there's not a pore in sight right now. I feel like this really just helps to blur so much. But I honestly do think the key to powders in general would be to use puffs like this. I used to just go in with a brush, and I feel like sometimes whenever I apply powders with a brush, sometimes this doesn't always happen. I think it depends on the foundations and stuff that you're using underneath, but I don't feel like it gives as smooth or as airbrushed of a finish. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit extra. Sometimes if I'm doing a really natural look, I'll just apply the powder in the T-zone and keep it as that. But now I'm going to go in with my forehead as well, because this is cloud skin. We want to be pretty set. Someone said, could you use a cotton round in a pinch? I've honestly never tried that before, but I'm very curious. I feel like you could maybe get away with it. I'm trying to think. I don't know for sure though about that. I would be curious, and I honestly want to try that now too. And then I'm also just going to go ahead and apply powder right here as well. And I love what's happening right here. As you can see, there's a little bit of a line, and I don't even have bronzer on. I don't have contour, and this powder is just kind of doing the work for me. I always apply powder directly below the cheekbone and then all the way down, because I feel like this area too, people are constantly putting their hand on their face and everything like that. And so it can sometimes get a little bit messy there. I used to not set that area with powder on clients, and that was a big mistake that I learned early on. But I also feel like I can't explain it, but it just makes you look contoured without the actual contour. And so I just love that appearance so much. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side as well. Someone said, do you use the powder puff on your full face or just the T-zone? I prefer to use it on the full face just because I think it makes the makeup last so much better and makes everything look so much more smooth and airbrushed. You can use any type of puff though also. Like this puff, as you can see, it's a little bit more like, I don't even know what this material would be, but I have so many different types. You could also do this with a beauty blender. The one thing about the beauty blender that doesn't always work is because it gets wet, sometimes it creates like a mold on top, and it just makes like a hard layer on top of powder products. So that can be annoying, but if that happens, you can just take a clean mascara spoolie and scrape off the top, but you just lose product that way. So I try to avoid that, and that's why I use powder puffs. But I have powder puffs like these, which are my personal favorite because you can really get like underneath the eye, in any little creases, anything like that. And then I also have powder puffs like these, so you can see the difference. And then I have mini versions of these too, but I really prefer these ones for sure. Let me finish setting this face and then we'll move to the next step. I also just love the way it looks in photos whenever you do this as well. It makes such a difference. Someone said, how do you sanitize your powder products with clients? I spray alcohol on all of my powder products in between every single client. Uh-oh, my cat's coming in. She's gonna make a little appearance. She always sits in my lap when I do my makeup. You guys can see, I show this in my TikToks a lot too, but she always just sits here like a little baby. She needs her mommy's love always, don't you, baby babe? But she loves when I get glam, but she also knows that when I get glam, that usually means that it's time for me to leave. And so she gets so mad sometimes, but today she's a happy girl. So she's just gonna stay in my lap and hopefully be quiet. That's the funniest part about like COVID times, like doing Zoom meetings and stuff like that. Like everyone has their animals just like in the lap at all times, but she's just gonna chill here for a second. Hopefully she'll stay put. So the next product that I'm going to show you guys is the powder highlighter. And if you guys were on the last live, you saw that this was in my box. Sorry, I have to wait for this little coupon to go away. Or actually, let's just go back to the main page. But my Alexis Oakley's Essentials box, this product was in there. I mentioned this on the last live. Also, you guys, hold up. She's laying down. She's being so cute, purring. I had to show you guys. Enough about bed. But this was actually the very first product that introduced me to the brand. I fell in love with this whenever I was an assistant. One of the artists that I was assisting was using this on all of her clients, and I was like, I need that. And so this is the first product that I tried, and ever since I tried it, I was in love with them and Christina and the team and everything. Let's do a little poll. Why not? It just popped up. So we'll do a poll between my box and the powder to see which one you guys like the best. I'm going to vote my box, of course. We'll see what you guys say. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the highlighter. I like to apply it just on like a soft, fluffy brush like this. I'm just going to take a little bit and then apply this on the high points. And keep in mind, we're not doing a glowy, oh, sorry, I meant to go back to the highlighter as well. You can see that obviously you can get it in my box if you want the whole box situation. And then if you want to just check out this highlighter, we can go over here. And I'm using the shade Skinny Dip, and it's kind of like a champagne-y shade, but they have quite a few. Here it is. It's so pretty. $25. I feel like that's a great deal for a highlighter as well. So, but like I said, keep in mind, we're doing cloud skin, so we don't want it to be super glowy and shimmery. So I'm just going to apply a tiny bit to the tops of my cheekbones, to my forehead, down the bridge of my nose. But again, I'm just taking a very, very small amount. Let's see if we have any more questions. Someone said, does that not show up in fine lines underneath the eyes? No, and that's one of the reasons why I love this product so much, is because it doesn't look glittery. It just looks so like, I'm going to show you guys a little swatch on my hand so you can see. But it's just so beautiful and buttery and like a light shimmer, not a sparkle, which is really nice. And so I feel like this just gives you a nice glow. It doesn't like settle in your lines or anything at all. And I use this on clients with all skin types, all ages, everything like that. I even use this on my oily girls and it still looks amazing. And then, as you can see, it looks gorgeous. It looks glowy, but not too much. And that's the whole point of this look. Yeah, it's more of like just a glow finish. So now I'm going to go in with the lip and cheek duo again. And I'm just going to use that same shade that I used as my blush. And now I'm going to use it as my lipstick. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the product on my finger and just tap it on my lips. And I love the look of this because it just gives you like a beautiful lip stain. I feel like this has become very popular on TikTok too. Like people are realizing you don't need so many products. You don't need so many things. And most of the time I'll do this and not even apply like a lip liner or anything because I'm just like pressing it out with my finger and it just looks so beautiful. And I love a multi-use product. I talk about that all the time, and I love that this has multiple uses. You can use it for your lips. You can use it for your cheeks. I'm going to go back and click on this so that you guys can see it one more time. And then again, I'm using the shade. This is Celebrate Me and Promise Me. So let's see where we can find it for you guys. Here it is. And as you can see, it just says one end is a warm rose shade, the other is a cool rose shade. And then I'm actually just going to go in with a little bit more of this product again and apply this over our powders to give a nice little glow. I'm going to show you guys one little trick, actually two really quick in 1 second, that I like to do sometimes. But I'm just really blending that in with my finger. So the little trick that you guys can do is take a little bit of this product, and I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. I put like a nice amount. And then take a little bit of the Barrier Restore Cream. And take a little bit of that, not too much, just a little tiny drop. And then I'm just going to mix these two together. And then I'm going to go in with this, and you guys will be able to see the difference. It just kind of shears it out a little bit and almost adds a little bit more of a glow to it. I love the smell of the Barrier Restore Cream so much. It smells so good. It has like a gorgeous rose scent to it if you guys haven't tried it yet. But we're just blending this in. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a difference. This side is just a little bit more sheer and lighter, and then this side definitely has a little bit more pigmentation to it. It's kind of just like a personal preference, what you guys like to do, but I like to use this sometimes just because you get more for your money. You can use more of the product, and it just gives like such a beautiful glow, which I love. I'm just gonna wipe this off my hand really quick. Someone said, I have been double using products forever. Yes, like I love doing things like that so much. It's honestly the best. And then now I'm going to go in with the lip oil. Oh, we lost Baby Bay. She finally left us. But now I'm going with the lip oil. This is actually my favorite lip oil. It's so good. Like, look at that. It just gives you the most juicy, beautiful lips. I've actually been working on getting my lips dissolved, so it's so weird for me to like have tiny lips right now because I haven't in years. Someone asked what shade this is, and this is just in Natural Shine. This is my go-to lip oil because it just like, it enhances your lip. There's like not a lot of color to it, which honestly I prefer. I don't really like to use lip oils on myself, at least. This is just like personal preference. I don't really like to use lip oils that have color to them because I feel like they can tend to look messy throughout the day. But this is just so beautiful, and I'm going to go in here and show you guys where this is on the site as well. Of course, she's a bestseller. It makes sense. And they have these in 2 sizes too. I'll show you. This is the mini, and then this is the full size. You guys know I love a mini, especially for my kit, because it just takes up less space. Someone asked me if I ever use a makeup assistant. I do occasionally. I currently have an assistant that I use, but I always tell people, if you're interested in assisting me ever, email me, makeupbyalexisOakley@gmail.com with the title or with the subject assistant. And then whenever I am looking for someone, that's always how I go and find someone. So we use that product. And then now I'm going to go in with the Moisture Mist. And again, this also comes in 2 different sizes. So this is the mini. This is the regular size. As you guys can see the difference. I love using minis for liquids, especially because I travel so much and it's so hard sometimes to remember what you need to take out of your carry-on, what's fine. Like, I feel like every time I fly so frequently, but for some reason, every single time I fly, I still have to Google, like, what's the amount of liquids you can have in your bag? And it's just such a hassle. So I tend to stick with minis for things like that. I'm going to show you guys where this is on the site as well. It's under skincare, and then you can just go to mist. And here it is. And also it has blue light protection in it, which is amazing because we all are constantly just on our phones. So I'm just going to spray this. And then whenever I apply mist as well, I like to just go ahead and take my beauty blender and press it into the skin. As I was saying in the last live as well that I did, so Christina said, I love the sound of that spray. I know, it really is like beauty ASMR. Like, I love stuff like that. But as I was saying in the last live that I did, I love how this spray has so many different uses behind it. I use it to prep skin. I use it to touch up skin throughout the day. I feel like my favorite way to use this would be to refresh makeup throughout the day. As I was saying earlier, sometimes throughout the day, your makeup can just look a little bit cakey or dry, especially if you've had it on for a long day. And most of the time when I do my makeup, I'll do it super early, and then it's like I'm going to an event at night by the time I'm done working. So I really just have to quickly touch up my makeup, and I'll just go ahead, apply this product all over the skin. And then like I said, I always take my beauty blender and press it in, and I feel like it just helps to melt the products and like re-wet them almost, so it's easier to work them and manipulate them and layer items on top. And then the last way that I like to use this would be to spray it directly on my beauty blender, and I spray like a really good amount of it, and then and then I tap off a little bit of it, and then I'll apply this directly on all of the high points of my face. So right there where I would apply my highlighter, and then on the forehead a little bit. I feel like this is more going into the glass skin, but I just wanted to show you guys a few ways to use this. And as you can see, that just gives me the most beautiful, glowy, glass-like skin. I wish you could have a better view of this, but like my skin just looks so fresh and youthful. Someone said, can you show the eye slugging cream so I can put it in my cart? Of course I will show you that. I love the eye slugging cream, you guys. This product is so innovative. I've never tried anything like it before. I'm so obsessed with it. Someone said, do you need a setting spray if only using cream makeup? It honestly just depends on your vibe. You could, but you don't have to. You don't have to ever use a setting spray, and that's one of the reasons why I love makeup so much is there's no rules. You can literally do it however you want. If you want to apply your makeup with your fingers, you can. If you want to apply with brushes, you can. Like, there's no rules, and that's why I love it. I feel like I personally would use a setting spray if I'm using cream products, just because creams tend to move around throughout the day, but there is a difference between setting sprays and products like moisture mist. So this isn't necessarily going to lock in the makeup. It can help, but the main purpose of this is just to add moisture and glow and dew back into the skin and refresh your skin. It's not necessarily going to lock in that makeup and make it transfer proof. You would probably need more of like a finishing spray for that. And I've made videos about that on my TikTok before, showing the difference of like setting sprays, finishing sprays, mists, things like that. Someone said, so the mist is more like skin prep, right? That's personally what I like to use it for. And then how I showed you guys how you can apply it almost as like a glass like highlighter or refresh, things like that. And it's just so beautiful and so natural and glowy. And like I said, it has blue light in it, which is amazing. And we all need it because, like I said, we're just constantly on our phone and on screens and things like that. I do want to show you guys one more thing on the website. In case you guys haven't checked out, we still have my Alexis Oakley's Essentials box on here. Again, this was such an honor to be able to create something like this with Jouer. It is a few of my favorite products from the brand. So it has one of the shadow sticks. It has the highlighter in the shade Skinny Dip that we used today. It has the moisture mist that I just showed you. It comes in the mini size. It has my favorite eye patches. Literally ever. I am constantly using, someone asked if the moisture mist is in the travel size. Yes. Here's the travel size. Here's the full size, just so you guys can see the difference there. And mine, or my little box, has the mini, but then it also has the Luminize Dark Circle Correcting and Smoothing Eye Patches, which I use those on my clients every single time I do someone's makeup. Someone said, OMG, I love the eye patches. They are so good. Like, and I notice such a difference whenever I'm doing people's makeup if I don't apply the eye patches versus if I do. They're incredible. And then it also has one of my favorite blushes, which I have sitting right here on my desk. I keep throwing makeup today. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, you guys. Give me a second. Let me grab it. I have two of my favorite blushes from Jouer. This is the one that's in my box. As you can see, it's just this beautiful, cool pink shade and then a lighter pink. They're so pretty. And then this is my other favorite blush too, in the shade Adore Me, which is a little bit more peachier. I've had pan on this one, which is wild. I love that one so much. I alternate the two of those pretty much every day on myself. And then the last product that it has in here is the lip balm, which is amazing. That's the Essential Lip Enhancer. I love it so much. Again, there's so many different uses for it. You can use it to prep the skin, prep the lips, and then you can also use it. I like to do, if I were to apply like this on my lips, I could apply that directly on top instead of the lip oil if I wanted to, and it would have a little bit more hydration. Let's go through a few more of these comments. Is your kit only in the same color for everyone? I have like so many different options in my kit. I have colors for absolutely everyone. Most of the time I know who I'm doing that day, so I'll pack accordingly. I'll look them up on Instagram and like pack a few shades that I think would match them, things like that. And then sometimes I don't know who I'm doing, and that's when I pack absolutely every shade, every powder, every foundation, absolutely everything. And my assistants hate me those days because I just always want to be prepared and make sure that I have enough products for everyone. Someone said, I really want to thank you for this. Sadly, I didn't know about you or this brand, so thank you. I love that comment so much. I'm so happy that we got to introduce you to some new products today. Someone said, can you do cloud skin with the powder blushes? Absolutely. I can show you right now what it would look like if we applied a powder blush on top, just for funsies. I'm using the shade Adore Me right now, and I'm just taking a little bit of this product on top and pressing it in. Oh my gosh, someone said that they found out about me through Ash K Home when I assisted her. That is so crazy, and that was such a long time ago, but that was like such an amazing time in my life. I learned so much from her, and I'm so thankful for everything that she taught me and all of the opportunities she gave me and everything like that. She's so great and so talented. And I didn't even tell you guys this, but after I apply anything on my face, I always go in with a beauty blender and just press it into the skin, and you can see how much of a difference that made. I feel like it always just helps to melt the product in a little bit more. So this is what it looks like if I were to just apply it on its own. And then I do this, and it just looks so much more seamless. I do this with every single step. I'll apply my powder bronzer. I go in with a beauty blender. I'll apply my blush. I'll go in with a powder or a beauty blender. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I keep reading the comments and then I get like tongue-tied. Someone said I can really tell the difference. Great tip. We love that. So that is all of the products. You guys got a few little extra ones as well that I got to show you guys, which I was really excited about because, like I said, I just love these products so much and they're so amazing. Someone said Jouer makes the best powder blushes in the entire world. I fully agree with that. I honestly, most of my blushes in my kit are only Jouer blushes. I have a few other random ones in there, but majority are Jouer, and they're so amazing because they just like are so buttery and they don't sit on top of the skin. They just like melt in and have really great longevity and look so beautiful. Baby is crying to go outside, but I just love them so much. Someone asked, are both lip enhancers vanilla and rose tinted pink? They have like a little bit of a pinky shade. I know I have mine sitting here somewhere. I don't even know where it is, but I wouldn't say that they're tinted. They have a little bit of a color to them, but I don't feel like they really add much of like a tint to your skin, if that makes sense. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining this live. I hope you learned some new tips. I'm going to show you guys an up close of my makeup one more time so you can see how beautiful and glowy and cloud-like my skin looks. This eye's crying a little bit. I have like chronically watery eyes. Someone said, please do more lives. I would love to. They're so much fun. And it's so much fun using this platform as well because it's so like, I don't even know what the right word would be, but like you guys are able to interact so much. And like, I love reading the comments. I love that I can show you guys the products and then you guys can see them in real time as well. Like, it's just so cool and so innovative. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this. I had so much fun. Hopefully you guys learned some new tips. If you guys try out any of these, make sure to tag me and Jouer on Instagram in your stories as well so we can see. I always love seeing whenever you guys recreate my work or post that you tried out a new product because of me or anything. I feel like I've gotten so many comments about that stuff recently. And it makes me so happy because you guys know I'm obsessed with the Jouer eyeliners. I feel like that's like one of my favorite products literally ever. And I've been tagged in so many videos recently of you guys trying those as well. So that makes me so happy. So again, thank you guys so much. This was so much fun. I can't wait to do another one of these. Again, you guys all can get 20% off if you use the code CloudSkin at checkout to purchase any of these. Make sure at the end you'll be able to see all of the products that you clicked wanted, everything like that. I think I don't know what I just clicked accidentally, but again, thank you so much. I love you guys and we will do another one of these soon, hopefully. Bye.